True potential is realized when we stretch, when we choose to go beyond our present perceived capability. Striving for success without hard work is like trying to harvest where you haven't planted.
Hard work is only a prison sentence when you lack motivation. We are products of our past, but we don't have to be prisoners of it.
It doesn't get better by overthinking. It only gets better by working towards eradicating your problem.
We can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are.
The thunder comes before the flood. We all must bear the storm. I pray the good Creator's protection upon you all.
I do not like to repeat successes. I like to go on to other things.
Give it your all, because greatness awaits those who rise to the occasion with unwavering determination.
They don't actually want you to do your own thing, not unless it's their thing too.
My feelings are too loud for words and too shy for the world.
There is no progress or accomplishment without sacrifice.
Knighthood lies above eternity. It doesn't live off fame, but rather deeds. Oh, what a tangled web we weave, when first we practice to deceive. And just when I thought things were starting to get better, everything had gone wrong again. For the things we have to learn before we can do them, we learn by doing them. Temperament is just an elite perception of who you seem to be right now, not who you will ever be.
We are good to others only because we think that that is or will be good for us.
The results of knowledge without application results in nothing at all. Do what you know better to do. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's watching, and doing as you say you would do. Unexpected intrusions of beauty, this is what life is. It was amazing how it worked. The tiniest bit of truth made credible the greatest lies.
Crying can bring relief, as long as you don't cry alone. It is truth that liberates, not your effort to be free.
Don't live down to expectations. Go out there and do something remarkable. For my part, I know nothing with any certainty, but the sight of the stars makes me want to dream. An act of kindness may take only a moment of our time, but when captured in the heart, the memory lives forever.
Let everything be allowed to do what it naturally does, so that its nature will be satisfied. Procrastination makes easy things hard and hard things harder.
Know that true change is demonstrated only by your actions around everyone, not just certain people. Sometimes a little discomfort in the beginning can save a whole lot of pain down the road. There were many terrible things in my life, and most of them never happened. I am not afraid to die. I am only afraid of saying goodbye to you forever.
Tongues in trees, books in running brooks, sermons in stones, and good in everything.
But memory is like plaster. Peel it back, and you just might find a completely different picture. Imagine no limitations. Decide what's right and desirable before you decide what's possible. Any man who reads too much and uses his own brain too little falls into lazy habits of thinking.
One defends when his strength is inadequate. He attacks when it is abundant.
There is no greatness where there is not simplicity, goodness, and truth. I guess sometimes you have to lie to find the truth. On the whole, human beings want to be good, but not too good, and not quite all the time. Suspect each moment, for it is a thief, tiptoeing away with more than it brings.
It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed.
Emulate good behavior, that when you encounter people from your past, You won't have to hide yourself away.
He who knows his enemy and himself well will not be defeated easily.
This work was strictly voluntary, but any animal who absented himself from it would have his rations reduced by half. Intelligence alone is not nearly enough when it comes to acting wisely.
May my heart be kind, my mind fierce, and my spirit brave.
Leaders must be close enough to relate to others, but far enough ahead to motivate them. Keep your conscious mind busy with the expectation of the best, and the rest will follow.
All men know the use of the useful, but nobody knows the use of the useless.
No problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it.
Many things that don't really mean so much of anything are wonderful.
Those who wish to read always find a book. There are new chapters, new pages, and new journey to embark on. My head'll explode if I continue with this escapism.
Stop trying to create a new you around the same old people.
Change may not always bring growth, but there is no growth without change. If we all did the things we are really capable of doing, we would literally astound ourselves. The more you feed your mind with positive thoughts, the more you can attract great things into your life. What good is the warmth of summer without the cold of winter to give it sweetness?
Do not fear the thorns in your path, for they draw only corrupt blood. The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate.
A smart person knows how to talk. A wise person knows when to be silent. I believe that words are strong, that they can overwhelm what we fear when fear seems more awful than life is good. Remember tonight, for it is the beginning of always. Suffering is part of our training program for becoming wise. Sometimes the hardest part isn't letting go, but rather learning to start over. People have only as much liberty as they have the intelligence to want and the courage to take. What saves a man is to take a step, then another step. If you want to triumph in life, you must persevere. Do the hard jobs first. The easy jobs will take care of themselves. Live your life. Be happy as you can be. Let go of the things that don't matter, and fight. When it's possible for you to dream, it's not impossible to achieve.
The nourishment of body is food, while the nourishment of the soul is feeding others.
In between goals is a thing called life that has to be lived and enjoyed. If you do not enjoy a moment, you lose it forever. If you enjoy it, it is yours forever. Life's under no obligation to give us what we expect. We have to know the truth about the past to discover our future. If your desire is for good, the people will be good.
If freedom is short of weapons, we must compensate with willpower.
The only man who never makes mistakes is the man who never does anything.
I finally figured out the only reason to be alive is to enjoy it.
It is a joy to be hidden and disaster not to be found. Never do anything that you can't admit doing, because if you are that ashamed of whatever it is, it's probably wrong.
Victory is reserved for those who are willing to pay its price.
There are no bad words, bad thoughts, bad intentions, and words. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Just choose to be happy and live your own life.
Politics determines who has the power, not who has the truth. How quick come the reasons for approving what we like.
It's partly true too, but it isn't all true. People always think something's all true.
The most important thing about a technology is how it changes people. Either in conflict with others or in harmony with them, we go through life like a runaway horse, unable to stop. The penalty for procrastination is the loss of hopes and dreams. Sometimes your only available transportation is a leap of faith. Keep your dreams. You never know when you might need them.
We will all pass through a sorrowful stage in life. When it's your turn, don't let the storm sweep you away. The stupid neither forgive nor forget. The naive forgive and forget. The wise forgive, but do not forget. I'm not afraid of dying. I'm afraid of not trying.
Don't look to the approval of others for your mental stability.
Great things happen to those who don't stop believing, trying, learning, and being grateful. Stress is a consequence of negative happenings or impact in life, but important is how to overcome it.
Instinct is a makeshift, an admission of helplessness before the problem of reality.
Learn as if you will live forever. Live like you will die tomorrow. A happy man is too satisfied with the present to dwell too much on the future. Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something.
Make your lives a masterpiece. You only get one canvas.
A picture may be worth 1,000 words, but just a few of the right words can paint 1,000 pictures. If a man confessed anything on his deathbed, it was the truth, for no man could stare death in the face and lie. Everything existing in the universe is the fruit of chance and necessity. Don't own so much clutter that you will be relieved to see your house catch fire. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results. Success to me is being happy, truly fulfilled, being proud of myself, and doing different things all the time. My eyes were glued on life and they were full of tears. Despite how entertaining certain stories were, at the bottom of every item of gossip, there was someone getting hurt. In the face of change, do not be afraid to spread your wings and let the winds guide you to new horizons.
For them to perceive the advantage of defeating the enemy, they must also have their rewards.
Don't waste your energy trying to change opinions. Do your thing and don't care if they like it. Energy and initiative count as much as talent and luck.
If you derive joy in destroying others, you won't go far in life. Without local guides, your enemy employs the land as a weapon against you.
Even in the far future, never forget the you of right now. Wherever you are right now, you're just taking a break. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work.
I can't feel my tongue, but I know it's there because I'm talking. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing.
Autumn is a place where words fall short. It is a magic that must be felt, breathed, experienced, and treasured. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Whereof one cannot speak, thereof one must be silent. I'm sure the universe is full of intelligent life. It's just been too intelligent to come here. Don't bother, just to be better than your contemporaries or predecessors. Try to be better than yourself. This had seemed a safe choice, since to be against the Beatles is to be against life.
Keep working hard, and you can get anything that you want. I only want to write, and there's no college for that, except life.
No matter how long you train someone to be brave, you never know if they are or not, until something real happens. When you are living the best version of yourself, you inspire others to live the best versions of themselves. An item is only worth what someone is willing to pay for.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. If you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by.
If you don't know who you truly are, you'll never know what you really want. Imagination is cheap as long as you don't have to worry about the details. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits.
One who is too insistent on his own views finds few to agree with him. What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins, but excels in winning with ease. No matter how safe and beautiful it is, a cage is still a cage.
The human person finds his perfection in seeking and loving what is true and good.
Slowly we became silent, and silence itself, if an enemy to friendship.
It's hard to throw away history. It was like you were throwing away a part of yourself.
A single death is a tragedy. 1,000,000 deaths is a statistic.
Remake the world, a little at a time, each in your own corner of the world. No greater gift there is than a generous heart. The pain you feel today will be the strength you feel tomorrow. Sometimes small things can become very large indeed.
Be grateful for what you already have while you pursue your goals.
I want to drag knives over my skin just to feel something other than shame, but I'm not even brave enough for that.
Être dans le ventre, c'est avoir le destin des feuilles mortes.
Having an eye for beauty isn't the same thing as a weakness, except possibly when it comes to you.
Honest is how I want to look. The truth doesn't glitter and shine. An over-examination of life can deter you from life itself. Now I know what success is: living your truth, sharing it.
Root for others to win, and you will remain blessed. There is always room for more people to elevate.
Faced with what is right, to leave it undone shows a lack of courage.
To tell the truth is very difficult, and young people are rarely capable of it. You cannot control the behavior of others, but you can always choose how you respond to it. Yet he who reigns within himself and rules passions, desires, and fears is more a king.
Maybe everyone is just waiting for someone else to save them.
Two wrongs don't make a right, but they make a good excuse. Being grateful does not mean that everything is necessarily good. It just means that you can accept it as a gift.
The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing.
A bitter reality of truth can be wisely told in a sweet tale of lullaby. When all seems to be against you, remember, a ship sometimes has to sail against the current, not with it. It is not that I am mad, it is only that my head is different from yours. Though all men be equally frail before the world, the differences between them are terrifying.
Know what you want, work to get it, then value it once you have it.
I think it's important to hold a mirror up to society and yourself.
Secret operations are essential in war. Upon them, the army relies to make its every move.
Where you stumble and fall, there you will find gold. Shallow men believe in luck or in circumstance. Strong men believe in cause and effect. Life is and will ever remain an equation incapable of solution, but it contains certain known factors. This is how you start to get respect, by offering something that you have. If you want to know a person's true character, observe how he treats those who don't matter.
Health is hearty. Health is harmony. Health is happiness.
When you can't get what you want, get what you need. If you don't have any shadows, you're not in the light. Sometimes the things that break your heart end up fixing your vision. As a leader, you're not paid to make decisions. You're paid to get results from decisions. There are some choices you can only make once. You can't go back to where you made a choice and then take the other one. My heart is too thoroughly dried to be broken in a hurry, and I mean to live as long as I can. Value your peace of mind. Sadness is sometimes the start to eternal happiness.
Either you want change or you want comfort, but you can't have both.
Accidents happen. Our bones shatter, our skin splits, our hearts break, we burn, we drown, we stay alive. If you want to be happy, do not dwell in the past. Do not worry about the future. Focus on living fully in the present. If your dreams don't scare you, they are too small. Cunning grows in deceit at seeing itself discovered and tries to deceive with truth itself.
Where attention goes, energy flows. Where intention goes, energy flows.
Give up to grace. The ocean takes care of each wave till it gets to shore. You need more help than you know. It takes guts and humility to admit mistakes. Admitting we're wrong is courage, not weakness. Truth has nothing to do with the conclusion, and everything to do with the methodology.
As he learns the truth will automatically free him. They laugh at me because I'm different. I laugh at them because they're all the same.
Nothing can dim the light which shines from within.
Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get.
Our soul wounds took time to show themselves, and they will take time to heal. And healing requires compassion.
You fall because you are human, and rise because you are divine.
We follow the codes not because they bring gain, but because we loathe the people we would otherwise become. Do not fear to be eccentric in opinion, for every opinion now accepted was once eccentric. Person is wise if he listens to millions of advice and doesn't implement any of it. Believe there is a great power silently working all things for good. Behave yourself and never mind the rest.
In my heart's most secret place, I pity them as angels do.
Learn to live deeply and realize that all experiences, good or bad, are transient and opportunities for liberation.
Never tell the truth to people who are not worthy of it.
We started off trying to set up a small anarchist community, but people wouldn't obey the rules. Authority without wisdom is like a heavy axe without an edge, fitter to bruise than polish.
Even though the ship may go down, the journey goes on.
The search for truth takes you where the evidence leads you, even if at first you don't want to go there. It is easier to be wise for others than for ourselves.
A rose does not answer its enemies with words, but with beauty. Always stand up for truth, regardless of who steps on it.
Life has become immeasurably better since I have been forced to stop taking it seriously. It was like when you ripped a piece of paper into two. No matter how you tried, the seams never fit exactly right again. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it.
We seek the fire of the spark that is already within us.
Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve.
Growing up is losing some illusions in order to acquire others. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see.
There are three sides to every story: yours, theirs, and the truth somewhere in the middle.
Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind.
The healing man left me a wee bit broken so I could understand. As architect of your reality, you are empowered to create it as you choose. Art is the social antithesis of society, not directly deducible from it. Success will be within your reach, only when you start reaching out for it.
Belief can be manipulated. Only knowledge is dangerous.
Live life as though nobody is watching, and express yourself as though everyone is listening. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything.
Focus on making yourself better, not on thinking that you are better.
Books didn't make me wallow in darkness. Darkness made me wallow in books.
Great understanding is broad and unhurried. Little understanding is cramped and busy.
We have now sunk to a depth at which restatement of the obvious is the first duty of intelligent men. Have patience. All things are difficult before they become easy. The hardest battle you are ever going to have to fight is the battle to be just you. You can have everything you want if you can put your heart and soul into everything you do. Anyone can hide. Facing up to things, working through them, that's what makes you strong. Imagining that you are deep and complex, but others are simple, is one of the primary signs of malignant selfishness. We could never learn to be brave and patient if there were only joy in the world. The only part of you that hurts when you're given the truth is the part that lives on lies. What you perceive as a failure today may actually be a crucial step towards the success you seek. Never give up. The shortness of life, so often lamented, may be the best thing about it. You will never follow your own inner voice until you clear up the doubts in your mind. Never give up on what you really want to do. The person with big dreams is more powerful than one with all the facts. Time's stride so uneven, some days endless, and others like the blink of an eye. Whatever their future, at the dawn of their lives, men seek a noble vision of man's nature and of life's potential. You only fail when you stop trying.
Concern for man and his fate must always form the chief interest of all technical endeavors. Never forget this in the midst of your diagrams and equations.
I never expect a perfect work from an imperfect man.
When you procrastinate, you become a slave to yesterday. Weak people revenge, strong people forgive, intelligent people ignore.
All the work you are doing in silence is opening doors. Trust your pace. Water and air, the two essential fluids on which all life depends, become global garbage cans.
Those whose upper and lower ranks have the same desire are victorious.
I believe in the fundamental truth of all great religions of the world.
A superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. You will never know how high you can climb until you reach the top.
Faith is not like a raincoat, only to be worn on drizzly days. Satan profits from the prayerlessness of the saints. A man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life.
At the heart of nature's mystery lies another mystery.
Success is knowing your purpose in life, growing to reach your maximum potential, and sowing seeds that benefit others. Nothing is ever complete. You just have to get it close enough that it makes you happy.
Our society is run by insane people for insane objectives.
What is too absurd to be believed is believed because it is too absurd to be a lie.
Attack is the secret of defense. Defense is the planning of an attack.
Don't find fault, find a remedy. Anybody can complain. However beautiful the strategy, you should occasionally look at the results. You should always do what you can to make life sweeter. Seeking what is true is not seeking what is desirable. The things you do for yourself are gone when you are gone, but the things you do for others remain as your legacy.
The only source of knowledge is experience.
Man is always prey to his truths. Once he has admitted them, he cannot free himself from them. There is force in the universe, which, if we permit it, will flow through us and produce miraculous results. Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get.